Right, hello and welcome to another episode of Co-Fishing. I just want to tell you about CARP WARS and what's going on at the moment. So basically, after watching the whole of last series and how well Harry Pratt did, fishing against the pros, I mean, it's just such an amazing opportunity at that, and then to fish with them and possibly beat them, it's just unbelievable. So after watching all of that, sort of everything has sort of lost my mind, and then I think it was March and April they released this video.
CARP WARS Season 1 saw young pretender Harry Pratt give the old pros a lesson in carp fishing.
No, I was catching them. What are we going to do?
But he won't get to bask in his victory for long,
Get in there.
as CARP WARS Season 2 is coming.
Thank the Lord. Nice. How would you believe it?
If you want to pit your wits against some of the UK's top carp anglers, and perhaps be in with a chance to join Harry on the list of CARP WARS champions, visit fishingtv.com/CARP WARS 2.
After seeing that video, I was like, what an amazing opportunity to follow in the footsteps of Harry Pratt. So I did exactly what the video said. I made a little video, this video.
Right, well, hello, my name's Stephen Coe, I'm 17 years old, and I'm a mad keen carp angler. I've been fishing since I can remember, really. You know, don't really know what really got me into it. Parents don't really fish. I think it was just when I was younger, just then where we live there's some big lakes, and they used to push me around in the pram and walk me around, and just seeing all the other anglers and people fishing just really got me into it, and just kept at it. And it was like for a whole sort of year or two I was just sort of like pretend fishing as it, and then they seen that I was sort of really into it, and my dad ended up going down to the tackle shop and actually getting a little pole, and he had to sort of teach himself so he could sort of teach me, and we went down to these little lakes and just with a little whip and some maggots, and I caught my first fish, little roach rudd, and as I got older sort of progressed, like tip fishing on method feeder, float fishing, I caught bigger and bigger and bigger carp, and I remember one of the first times I actually went down to the big lake, because I had a friend who said there's no way you're going to catch on the big lake, and that really sort of got to me. I was like, I'm going to prove you wrong. And one day after school I went down. I think one of the main reasons maybe because he was older and he hadn't actually caught from there, and I remember one day after school I rode my bike down there, literally just a rod with a little method feeder on it, net, mat, little bank stick, and I casted it out, and it was not long and I actually had my first double figure fish, and it was about a 15-16 pound carp. It's absolutely unbelievable. As I said, I'm 17 years old. I'm currently at Sparshot College studying fishery management. I really want to get into the fishing industry. It's just something I really, really love, and you know, I've got a real passion for the sport, and that just gives me the opportunity to go out into the trade and see and actually experience how the fishing industry works, and that's given me a real insight into, you know, how big and vast the fishing industry is. Some of my favourite sessions and times of the year is actually, you know, when I've done the BYCAC, which is the British Young Carp Angling Championships, which I've done for the last 3 or 4 years, and that has just been one of the most memorable and amazing times of the year, when I've been able to, you know, meet young, like-minded people who have such a great love and passion for the sport, which is sometimes hard to find. That, you know, someone who's got that real passion and love for the sport that you do as well, and you know, that's really the amount I've learned from that as well is just unbelievable. I would absolutely love to be able to come on the show. You know, some of the people on the show is just, they're my angling icons. Like, some of them names, I've grown up watching them on YouTube and DVDs, learning from them, teaching myself to hopefully gain better, and to just meet them would mean the world to me, to fish against them and perhaps even beat some of them, that's just, I can't even think about it. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. There's just something about fishing, and especially like carp fishing, that, you know, it started off with the float, and you just see the float dip under the water, you strike into it and you feel it pulling back. And you just hooks you from the age when you're so small, and it's so hard to put into words, but it hooks you. And starts off with your float, then it might be the tip just whacking around, you pulling into a little fish, and then it's the sound of the bite alarm going, and then pulling into something and fighting a fish that's pulling back, and having to use all your different skills to get it in, avoid the snags and the weed, and cast into them. It just hooks you, and I absolutely have an amazing passion for it. One of my other passions that I actually have is content creation, filming, editing, and when I'm on the bank, I actually like to make my own fishing videos, which I post on YouTube. I'll give a little link to that. It's called Co-Fishing. You may be able to tell by the quality of this video, or not, who knows. But that's one of my other hobbies, content creation, you know, editing, and that's somewhere that I may want to go into in the future with the fishing industry. And I reckon being on the show, maybe seeing the behinds of it as well, might give me a bit of an insight into that. I feel that, you know, I'm been fishing for a long time now, especially carp fishing, and I've got a good wide range of skills to, you know, catch fish in all conditions. You know, I love, one of my favourite types of fishing is actually zig fishing, especially spodding over zigs, as well as surface fishing, and then, you know, solid bags and fishing on the bottom. One of my biggest edges, I have to say, is probably my preparation. I'm actually down at Linear at the moment, fishing on B2, and in preparation for here, tied up 100 plus zigs and about 70 odd solid bags and about another 70 odd rigs. So thank you for taking your time to read and listen to me, and it would be a great honour and pleasure to be able to come on the show.
You know, me being me, I pushed the boat out, I made a little bit of a better video, just on the off chance. May have made a difference, may not. I think it's just down to who you are, your personality and fishing skills at the end of the day. So after making that video, I got an email saying thank you for your entry and all of that. And then I got another email saying they couldn't really make their mind up who they wanted to be on the show, so they were going to do an eliminator. So we did just that. Myself and 3 other candidates went down to Essex to fish an eliminator for the day.
Nobody could have predicted at the start of Carp Wars that a young unknown angler by the name of Harry Pratt, the only wildcard entrant in the competition, would end up beating some of the biggest names in the business to become the first Carp Wars champion. Today the search begins for his successor, as with a new series gearing up, once again there's a single wildcard place up for grabs. 4 of the most promising anglers in the country have made the shortlist and gathered at Newland Hall Fishery in Essex to try and convince the judges that they have what it takes to go toe-to-toe with the big guns.
It was a really good opportunity, and it ended up being a decent match, to be fair. So that is what's going to be broadcast on Sky Sports for the next couple of weeks. If you're watching this a little bit later after it's been posted, then you can actually watch this on the Fishing TV website. So I'm going to leave a link for that in the description, and I'll show you how to get there and how to watch it and whatnot. So after taking part in the Eliminator, I actually caught the most fish, but I came second by £3 or something like that. But you know, with a TV show and thing like this, it's not always about the match. We knew that before. It was about obviously showing that you've got good enough fishing skills, and also that you're the right person and got good personality and good in front of the camera. There's no point in making, you know, a show with someone who's good at fishing but can't talk and is not confident in front of the camera. So, you know, I sort of proved that I can fish, and I'm good, got a nice personality, and can, you know, talk confidently in front of the camera. So it took quite a long time. I thought I hadn't won it. It'd been months, hadn't heard anything back, and then out of the blue, doorbell goes. It's only Ian Chilcott at my door. Obviously I was like, what the hell, there was a camera crew there as well, and it ended up that I'd actually made it onto the show. I was absolutely shocked. I honestly thought, because it'd been that long without hearing anything, that it wasn't me. I was in complete shock, as you'll probably see if you've seen the video or you're going to watch it. So then I'm just like, wow, what have I done? What am I in for, you know? So at the moment I'm currently filming the series with the anglers, and it's turning out to be quite a good experience. So the series that I'm shooting at the moment, that is going to be going live on Sky Sports towards the end of the year, around November, and that will run through to the new year. So I can't really tell you about the results, so you just have to wait till the show comes out in November and works its way through to the new year. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the summer. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you in the next one.